What's up everyone, how you all doing? BlueNerd here and welcome back my friends to our Minecraft survival world. Today guys, we're going to do something a little bit different and we're going to kick it off with a time lapse. Now before we get started as well, let me just say a huge thank you to all of you for your feedback and suggestions in the previous episodes. You guys have been enjoying this just as much as me, so thank you so much for all the support. Now before we get started guys, we're going to be doing a whole bunch of building today, and I've been busy for the best part of 2 days gathering up a bunch of resources for today's episode. So hopefully we won't run out and we've got enough to finish up everything that we want to get done today. Now as you can see guys, over on the side here, we're going to start doing a bit of building, and while I'm building here and I'm going to be getting in a nice diagonal house guys, so make sure you watch this one because we got some really cool builds in today's episode. Now before we kick in and sort of get talking about what's going on in the building guys, I just have a couple of questions for you. First of all, number one, we've been building for a couple of episodes now, and I was wondering if you guys could come up with some cool names that we could call this village or this town. You know, this is going to be a pretty big area, and I think it'd be pretty cool to start gathering up some names, some ideas, maybe something a bit medieval, something a bit old, you know, something could I think will fit pretty well. I mean, we're building on a docks, and I think something like port something might be good, or something harbour, you know, just something like that, some kind of name that's going to blend in really cool with the area. Now also guys, I was wondering, because I want to be doing comments of the day in every videos, and I'm going to be reading out about 3 to 4 comments of the day at the end of every video that I do on a Let's Play, okay? Only the Let's Play series, not for any of my other build tutorials and stuff like that. Now each episode I want to ask you guys a question. I'm hoping that you can give me some cool sort of replies and stuff, and what I'll do is I'll share 3 to 4 of them at the end of every episode. So today guys, the question is, what is your favourite build that you have ever done in Minecraft, and why did you love it so much? You know, what is it that you really enjoyed about that build? Not necessarily what is your best build, just what was your favourite. What did you really enjoy building the most? What type of build was it, and what things do you really enjoy building more than anything else in Minecraft? Now guys, with that being said, let's get on and do a bit of talking about the video. So as you can see, we started getting in 2 builds here. Now the first house, as you can see guys, it's got a nice big tower on, and I originally thought it might be cool for a little sort of tavern, but I'm not too sure if it's a bit small, so I'm thinking maybe something like a apothecary, ah man, I can't even get the words out, an apothecary. I hope I got that word out right. I can't even get the word out right guys, but you know what I mean. So I'm thinking we could do that for this one. The house that we've done on the second one here, I think we could get in a little baker's or something like that, you know, a nice little baker's. I need to probably get in a few chimneys and stuff into some of these builds, but I really love these diagonal builds. I've been so inspired with building diagonal builds recently. I've been building loads of them in creative, and I've really kind of got a little kind of theme going with them, you know, and they're gonna fit so well into this little village. So we're going to be adding loads of bushes and stuff as well. As you can see, I want to make these look really pretty and give that slightly rustic, but kind of just more of like a little old town, you know. I want this to be like a little old harbour town, something that looks like it's been sitting here for a while. So at some points I do want to gather up some mossy cobblestone and some mossy stone bricks, just get a few of them in there, maybe a few little vines around on the edge as well, on the little canal wall and stuff like that as well. I think that'd be really cool. Now, once I got those 2 guys, I was so inspired for building, I did get a little bit carried away. I've got another one coming in down here. And one thing that I really liked about this corner here was we got like a nice entranceway that comes into the side of the village. And with these little houses here, they really sort of compact together. And the great thing is they're all on different kind of levels. So it just creates that varied height in the builds, which really adds to the atmosphere of the area. Now down here I decided to go with one just very slightly different here. I made some sort of planted pots at the front here. So this one looked like it was more built solidly into the area. It looked like it had a stronger foundation. And then we went ahead, raised it up again, going with that very similar style to the rest of the builds, but again mixing up the colours so that we're getting a good variation. Now the idea of bringing in all the different colours Although it's not extremely colourful. I mean, you know, we've got the bases of stone and stone brick and cobblestone, but if you check out the walls, we got spruce logs and a birch here. The one behind, we got the stripped spruce wood with the stripped birch. And then on the first build we've done, we've got the stripped spruce wood and the dark oak together. So we're changing the colours up a fair bit here. The roofs, you can see we've got the spruce, we've got acacia, we've got dark oak. So again, bringing in them varied colours to really create a sort of a colourful looking village. And what I find this does is that while you're building and while you're walking around the village as well, it starts to feel like you're in a different area each time. You know, you're not walking and looking at the same thing, the same style of build, the same color, the same pattern, the same look. It creates a very nice feeling. So when you walk through a village, every time you walk past a building, it feels very different. You know, it feels like you're in a different part of the village rather than everything looking exactly the same, and wherever you walk, everything feeling very the same. I hope that makes sense, but that's kind of the idea that I'm going with. Now, like I said, guys, I did get very carried away and I went ahead and decided to throw in yet another diagonal house. And this one was just to finish off the corner here. I didn't like the way that the warehouse, the top of the warehouse came back. I didn't like the shape of it and I couldn't think what to do with it. So I thought the best thing to do would be to actually completely section the warehouse off and make another build here. And in that way, it really transforms this corner. And I'm over the moon with the way that it turned out, guys. It turned out way better than I was expecting. And yeah, I'm just so over the moon with the way that it's shaping up. Now, although this is a fairly quick time lapse, guys, over the period that we were building, this was done over the course of pretty much an entire day. So probably a good 7 hours of building maybe here, because I was sort of planning it as I was going along as well. So none of it was really organized completely. So it was kind of a little bit offhand while building, and I really love the way it turned out, but it did take a lot longer than it looks. There is about 7, maybe 8 hours worth of building here. Now, this one here, again, guys, I just decided to mix the colors up a little bit. So we got a little overhang at the front here to make the build look a bit different. I made an overhang, which is in dark oak because it blends in with the roof on the other build. But then the main roof at the very top here, we went with the spruce wood, just to make it look varied. And then I bring in some of the stripped oak wood for the walls on this one. And altogether, I think the colors really blended well. They look so cool. And just from this angle here, as you can see, we've got the 3 different roof colors here all next to each other, but they blend in really nicely together. And that's what I love so much about the way things are going in this village. Everything is blending in really nicely. So I'm really looking forward to seeing where we go over the course of maybe the next 5 or 10 episodes. Anyway, guys, I think that is enough building for now, so let's dive into the world and take a look at what we've built. Alright guys, we're going to just head round here on foot and we're going to take a look at everything we've built. Now as we come around this corner here, you just see a hitch over in the corner there. And also, guys, I went ahead and put this little stairway in there that leads us to the top part of the warehouses. So we've got our warehouses down the bottom, but we've got the little apartments that are going to be at the top here. So we've got a little stairway, we come up here, got 1 door and 2 doors. So we're going to turn them into some kind of apartments or something at some point. But for the moment, I'm happy with the way it is. We'll work something out for the interiors and stuff like that a little bit later on. But if we come just down here, as you can see, we've got this really cool feeling as we come around here and go to walk in towards what will be the town. Now, if we just take a little step back, let's have a little look. Let's turn the HUD off out for the way for a moment and look at that. I so love the way this one is looking. The shape of it, the way it's all laid out, it just feels so organic. It really does. It just got such a nice feel about it. And then we come around here and we've got this nice one just up here as well. So yeah, I think it's shaping up really cool, guys. I'm really over the moon with the way this one is looking. It's looking pretty good. Oh, we missed the roof part there. Did we do that side? Yeah, we done that side. Okay, so I've got to fill that bit in there. I missed that. That's me not paying attention, guys. I do apologise, but we will get that in as soon as we can. But yeah, look at that. I think it's just looking so nice around here. This little corner here looks so nice. I'm still debated on these 2 houses here. I don't know how well they fit in and how they're going to fit in with the area. They look very nice from the front. but I just don't know how to connect the back into the village just yet. So I think what we are going to do is try and do a little bit of a planning for this village off camera, or on camera while we're here. But before we do that, guys, let me just quickly show you a couple of things. I organized a little bit of my my storage, not too crazy. We haven't really done too much, but I've organized all my storage, so things are just a little bit more organized in okay, that's a bad example. This is random stuff in these ones, but over here it's a bit more organized with saplings, glass and dirt. We've got leaves, we've got more leaves, just loads of different stuff that is organized. Here it looks a mess, but this is all wood items, this is all stone items. Some of our sugarcane. Now, I've been using the sugarcane, guys, quite a lot because we've actually got a mending villager, which is really cool. Look, we've got mending on here along with unbreaking 3 and fortune 2 and efficiency 4. Efficiency 4 on our axe along with unbreaking 3, fortune 3 and mending. This one would have been better on our pickaxe. We've got mending on our sword with unbreaking 3 and bane of arthropods. And then we've got efficiency 4, unbreaking 3 and mending on our shovel as well. Now we ain't got no mending on any of our armor yet. I've still got to get some more books. We're actually out of books. So I need to get some more books and a bit more sugarcane so that we can trade up some paper for some emeralds. So our mending villager is just over here. Now what I done is, because I didn't trade with any of the villagers, so what I done is I bring over a couple of lecterns. And I sort of, because with 1.14 you can actually place a lectern, and if you haven't already traded with that villager, you can actually break the lectern if you don't like the trade, place it down again, and then they pick it up again, and they basically take on another trade. So I done it a couple of times, and within the space of a couple of minutes I got a mending villager, which is, I think, this guy. Yeah, it is this guy. So I've traded with him a few times. I've got 4 mending books out of him and a bunch of emeralds as well. But he's got another book here. Oh, sweeping edge 3. Excellent. That'll be for the sword. We'll have to, we'll definitely have to invest in one of those. So 16 emeralds and 1 book. So we're going to have to keep doing our paper and stuff like that to get some more emeralds. But yeah, that's really cool. We've got a mending book and we've got a sweeping edge book. And the other one here, I don't think he's just a librarian. He doesn't really give us too much at the moment. But we'll trade with him still and see how he goes. But yeah, guys, I just thought I'd give you a quick view, let you see it quickly. Just so you can see we've got the mending villager, because that is going to be so... hang on, get out of my way, guys. That is really going to make things so much easier for us with our tools. Because I'm sure you guys know yourself how much of a pain it can be in survival when you're having to forever replace your tools and stuff like that. So this is just going to make it so much easier now that we've got that mending villager. The only thing we've got to do is make sure that we keep him safe. That's the most important thing more than anything at the moment. Anyway, guys, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to quickly sleep the night away. I'm going to just gather up my sugarcane off here. And I think what I'm going to actually do is I'm actually going to get rid of these farms that we've got here just for the moment, because I want to plan out some of this village, and I want to do it all on camera with you guys. So I think what we're going to do is I'm going to go ahead, sleep the night away. I'll get rid of all of this sugarcane here. We'll replant it after once we know where we're going to be putting it. I will be making an automatic sugarcane farm very soon. We've got our melons over here. I'll get rid of those. I'll get rid of the bamboo, the cocoa beans. Clear everything I can out of my way. I may even take this grass here down 1 level. I'm not too sure just yet. I might take this top piece off just this 1 level. But let me go ahead, sleep the night away, guys, clear everything all up, and I'll catch you guys in just a minute. Alright guys, before we go ahead and do that, let me just quickly give you a quick going over of the chicken cooker that we done in last episode. Now I did go ahead and make a small change here, so everything behind the back of this is all built exactly the same. All I've basically done is I raised it by 1 level, okay? So I basically got rid of everything, put a layer of blocks, and then built it all on top of it again, okay? Now the reason I've done this is because in 1.14.4, the chickens, when they get hit by lava, they get cooked instantly, and if you're not quick enough, the lava will burn the cooked chicken. So what you need to do is build it exactly the same way we've done it before. You can raise it 1 block off the floor, or you can break the hopper that was underneath that slab right there that the little chickens are standing on, and then place a hopper 1 block lower, and then place a hopper minecart on top of it. Now, to put the hopper minecart on top, you will need to place a rail, put the hopper minecart on top of the rail, and then break the rail. Because the hopper minecart takes the items in faster than what a normal hopper does, and then that way it stops the items from getting burned. And as you can see, we're producing a good amount of chicken in here now, so we don't need to worry about getting ourselves any food source. We're doing pretty well. Other than that, guys, the only other thing I done was I extended the area that the chickens stand on over here. I just added 1 hopper just to make a little bit of extra room for them to stand on. But other than that, everything else is exactly the same. It's just 1 block higher in the air. Now, with that being said, guys, let's go ahead, get everything cleared upstairs, and then we can start doing some planning for our village. Alright, guys, so everything is all out of our way now. As you can see, everything is all cleared out of the way. We're going to have to fill this at some point and cover up some of this terrain here, or at least slope it down smoothly and nicely into this area somehow. Not sure just yet exactly what I'm going to do with here. I'm even thinking of making where the edge of the docks here is going to go, just bringing it sloping up gradually so that it reaches this height over here, but just make it slope a little bit more so we can kind of have a varied height in the terrain over there. Here's our little canal, so I want a pathway running all the way down here. I want this to be a path pretty much the entire way down. I will add some little trees and bushes and stuff like that down here just to make it look interesting. So we're going to have a pathway coming down here. We're going to have more of the wall coming down here for the canal. And we are going to build this canal all the way around at some point. But I think for now I'm going to keep it as it is to there. Just for now, because we've got a lot of other things to work on first. And I don't want to plan too much at once. So let's come around here. I think we're going to have the pathway come down here. And it's going to continue up here. We're going to have a stairway over here. So we'll probably even this stairway up a little bit, maybe something like that. Do we have some more dirt? Let's do that. That. Something like that. So we'll have a little stairway over in the corner here. It's gonna come up. We might make a little wall because this is quite a high point here. I think we might have a little wall that joins over there somewhere. So we'll probably have a bit of a wall. Let's put a mark in. We'll use the diorite for this. So diorite will mark some walls. And then it'll go off round this corner here somewhere. Something along those lines. So that'll section it off here. And then what I want to do is this house we got here. I want to make some similar styled houses coming in down here and curving around the corner. So I've got a few ideas of things that I think will fit, so we'll see how that goes. Up here I want the pathway to continue over this way. I've got a building plan for over here, so I want this to kind of come around the edge like this. And we're probably gonna make a kind of slope, so we want it to kind of come up over towards this path here somewhere. Something kind of like that. We'll have a nice big build in the corner here. Now, I think I probably want to move... Oh, my shovel is very low. I need to get that mended. So I'll have to head maybe to the nether. Because one of the best ways to actually repair your tools when you want to get XP, guys, go to the nether and dig quartz. It's one of the fastest ways that I find for repairing my tools without a farm or anything like that. So it's definitely worth giving a go. Right, guys, looking down at everything, I think I know what I'm going to do here. See this little peak of the house here? I'm going to actually break that little peak that comes out off of the house. And then what we do is we're going to build another house right here that is connected to it. Okay. And then what we can do is we can maybe make here a diagonal house. It could maybe come in this way or out that way. Not sure which way we'll have it just yet, but I think having a diagonal house here would work. And then we can have our entrance obviously down there. We've already got our one entrance down there. Maybe we could put another one down where the little garden is at the back. Maybe we could make an inn on this corner here. Maybe we could make a big inn. Yeah, maybe we could do like a big inn and then have a garden on the outside here. Ouch. Right, okay, so I think I've got an idea now. Right, let's do that. Let's get rid of that for the minute and do this. Yeah, something like that. A tower there. And then we could have a little garden. So this bit here would literally go in here and we go like 3, maybe 2, then 1 here. I do apologise if it's a little sketchy, guys. I'm not certain of what I'm doing, so it's kind of being planned out as we go. So I think something like this is going to be what we want. Something 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That'll give us a nice curved edge there, and we can make a nice slope coming down and around here. And we might be able to add a little section here to make a nicer entrance at the back here. We get rid of this little entrance here, make something nicer into the back of this house here, sort of going into this bit of the roof. It might look a bit strange, but I think it might be pretty cool. We're gonna have a building on this side here, and I'm not certain of the shape of it yet, so we're just gonna make a little marking. It's not gonna be nothing exact because this can change, but just so that we know something is gonna go here, around here, and I want it to come all the way back, something like that. And then what we're gonna do, we will end up cutting some of this off here, some of this hill, smoothing it downwards, and then we can have our path coming down here and around here. And again, I will take some of this here back a little bit so this is a bit more open. And maybe if we can take it back enough, we might be able to just get in some houses just kind of are built into the hill here, coming around, down, and then back around here. Alright guys, I think I've got the plan all in place now. So as you can see, we're going to have some houses come around the edge here. We're going to have a house just over here against this one here. We're going to have a little road that's going to run right round in between them and then go down onto the canal around the back. We're going to have another house going over this way here. I think an inn over in the corner there. A couple of houses over this way as well. And then we'll probably put something in the little centre here because we've got quite a bit of room here. So maybe we might put 1 or 2 little market stalls or a fountain. Something like that I think will be pretty cool. Now, the houses here, they're going to actually run, the one right in front of me here, this is going to run right across and actually join up to that house down there. So we're going to take away that little entrance at the back there. Then over there where our starter house is, we're going to take away that little entranceway there. And we're going to make the inn rather, we're going to make that join right up to the house. And then we'll just have the little entrance down at the side there that we're going to be using. Just to make this area look the way that I've got it planned in my head. I think this is going to make it look really cool. So yeah, we've got all of our plans in place for now, guys. Obviously, this is going to be done over the course of a few episodes here doing this. And I keep saying houses, but a lot of these are going to be like little shops. And I'm going to try and make some of them like, you know, give them a sort of purpose. So maybe we'll make like a sugarcane and bamboo shop, you know, and then make a sugarcane and bamboo farm underneath it or something. You know, I want to give them all a use. So we're going to find uses for everything that we build around here. So it's going to be really cool. Anyway guys, I've got a few comments of the day that I want to share, so I'm going to just get myself down and get the comments together, and we'll go over a few of comments from last episode. Okay guys, last episode we had quite a few comments, so I'm just going to handpick a few of them out, and the first one here comes in from the man. He says, cool video. For the question, what type of new biome do I want to see? For me, I would really like to see some kind of big cave. It will be super rare, and in the cave there will be some new blocks and a new boss, the fire dragon. That dragon will drop a pure fire, and with that you can use it to create a fire staff. Now I think that's actually a really cool idea. We haven't had any sub bosses in the game for a very long time. And I think making something where it's really rare in the game would be really cool. So maybe something like on a little hidden island or something. You could have like a little island with just a cave on it. And maybe in that cave, it would go down into some kind of like big massive cave where you could maybe face a sort of dragon or something like that. I think that would be really cool. And it's definitely something that we haven't had for a long time. There hasn't been no sort of really big bosses added to the game for a long time. So that would definitely be something I would love to see. Okay guys, the next one comes in from Dramer Smith Dreams, and she says, Great warehouse, fits really well with the docks. Although I'm not sure about the planter boxes, I love how it complementalized the underneath. And thank you, Draymar, it's a very nice comment. And yeah, those planters, I wasn't too sure of them myself, but I guess they're growing on me a little bit now, so I'm actually starting to get a bit used to them. And I'm debating I might change them out for some bushes or something later on, but for the moment I'm going to keep them as they are. But thank you for the comment, and I'm glad you like the new build. Okay guys, and this last one comes in from Mr. Ornithoriq, and he says, I love your builds, they are so good. From where come your inspiration? I love your channel. Now that's a really good question, and it's a question I get an awful lot about. Where does my inspiration come when I'm building? And to be honest, it's changed over my time in Minecraft. When I first started out, a lot of my inspiration came from seeing other builds and seeing a lot of like concept art of villages and houses and stuff like that. Just looking up pictures for concept art of medieval houses, or even looking up for medieval models and looking for like model houses to get ideas of what people have sort of built and stuff, and just to get an idea for shapes. And that's where a lot of my inspiration come from in the first place. Now when it comes to inspiration now for builds, because it's like I said, it's changed over time. A lot of my inspiration now is kind of comes from my imagination, because I've seen probably a lot of artwork and stuff like that. I kind of get a lot of visions in my head, and I almost picture a lot of things in block form in my head. I try to picture houses in block form, and I get these ideas. And sometimes if I haven't got many ideas, I can just start placing a few blocks, build a basic house. And then once one house is built, I can kind of be like, right, I can actually see a picture now. So I can see a house that would sit there really nicely, a house that would be there. And it kind of just grows, you know. The more you place builds down, the more the inspiration grows and the more ideas that start to flow. So I hope that makes sense. If it does to you guys, but that's kind of where a lot of my ideas come from now. But like I said, if you can't get ideas, the best thing to do is go onto Google, look up some images of, say, if you're looking for medieval, look up for some medieval villages. I do apologize, guys. Or medieval houses. Put in concept art and look in that concept art as well, because there's a lot of concept art with really cool pictures, and you can get a lot of good ideas from them. So, you know, give that a try. Anyway guys, that's about it for today's comments, and it is getting pretty dark, so we're going to head back to base and sleep before we get a bunch of mobs spawn. I know they're probably going to spawn any minute now. Anyway guys, we're going to go ahead and wrap it up just there, because we are out of time for today's episode. So don't forget to leave your feedback, suggestions and ideas in the comments below, and remember, I will be reading out some comments at the end of the next episode. But we're going to go ahead and wrap it up just there. So as always, thank you guys so much for watching. If you did enjoy it, please don't forget to smash that like button, and if you're new to the channel, then please consider subscribing. Just don't forget to hit that bell so you get notified every time I post a new video. But for now, this is BlueNerd signing out, and I will catch you guys in the next one.